Hello, everybody. We are organizing with Refuse Fascism in San Diego. Today, we make this video to indict Trump for inciting and defending murders by fascist mobs. On Wednesday, September 16th, refusefascism.org is holding actions, and you can hold one yourself. Post something like this about these fallen heroes on your social media. Demand Trump Pence out now. Refuse Fascism is holding nationwide action September 16th to commemorate the fallen. And we demand drive out the Trump Pence regime. Here are only some of those known to have lost their lives to fascist murder and murder by police in the act of standing up for Black lives and for standing against racism and fascism.
Calvin Horton, two types of justice in America. Calvin Horton, a 43-year-old black man and the father of 7 children, was killed by a white pawn shop owner who shot into a crowd in Minneapolis on the evening of May 27, 2020. Horton died from a shotgun wound to the chest and upper extremities during the protests that broke out near East Lake Street and Blooming Avenue in Minneapolis after the video of Floyd's May 25th murder went viral online. His family notes that he was shot in the back. We seem to be reminded over and over again that there are 2 types of justice in America, one for Black America and one for white America, said attorney Ben Crump, who represented Horton's family. His life matters to all of his children, each and every one of them, his entire family. So we're here to declare that Calvin Horton's life matters, Crump said before leading people in a chant, Calvin Horton's life matters. We're absolutely heartbroken, Horton's daughter, Kadeza Horton, 20 years old, said, and we're left to feel as if we're the ones in prison. We want justice for my dad, and we aren't going to stop until we see it. The only thing I want is justice, said Horton's mother, May Roberts. Nothing is being done for my son. Horton's killer was not charged with murder.
James Scurlock, all because he decided to protest against racism. James Scurlock, a 22-year-old black man, was shot to death by a white bar owner during anti-racist protests in Omaha, Nebraska. On the evening of May 30th, 2020, Scurlock died while trying to restrain a white bar owner who had pulled a gun and fired in response to the presence of crowds outside his establishment. Authorities refused to charge the bar owner for murder. Last night, I lost a son. My wife lost a son. My kids lost a brother. Scurlock's father told reporters his daughter lost a father, all because he decided to protest against racism.
Dorian Murrell. His child will never meet him. Dorian Murrell, an 18-year-old black man, was shot to death by a white man, whose name was Tyler Newby, during a George Floyd protest in the early morning of June 1st. He was just an awesome young man, Murrell's reporters told reporters last August. He was into sports, he was happy, he had a beautiful smile, and he knew how to make everybody in the room laugh, Mathis said. He has a child on the way. His child will never meet him. I want justice to be served, and I want it to be done the right way. I don't want violence.
Michael Forrest Renault, a state-sanctioned fascist execution. A federal fugitive task force murdered Michael Forrest Renault, suspected of killing a Patriot Prayer-affiliated white supremacist in Portland, Oregon. The police state execution of Renault was meant to send a political message that defending Black lives and fighting back against fascist thugs is punishable by death. Renault was marked for assassination because he used legally protected armed force to prevent the fascist Aaron J. Danielson from murdering one of Renault's black comrades. Danielson was a longtime fascist street fighter who had already spent much of the evening on which he died inflicting violence on anti-racist and social justice protesters. Prior to his death, Danielson was armed with a can of bear mace, a retractable metal baton, and a handgun in a holster on his hip. His confrontation with Michael Forrest Renault occurred as pro-Trump militia drove pickup trucks through downtown Portland and shot paintballs and pepper spray and engaged in fistfights with people who were protesting police brutality. So we're working with Refuse Fascism for 60 days of protests, and even more if that's what it takes. 60 days of nonviolent resistance. We need to fill the streets. And what are we going to demand? Trump Pence out now.
Trump Pence out now!
Trump Pence out now.
Trump Pence out now!
So in this video, and we invite you to do your own as well, we celebrate and commemorate the at least 15 heroes that we know of who gave their lives in this way that we just read, standing up for black lives and for justice generally. Their deaths will not be in vain. Most of all, we will come together to fill their shoes. And that's what we need you to do as well. And we need to go even farther than that. Overcoming fear and uncertainty, uniting from many different perspectives, rallying others to join us in mass, sustained, nonviolent protest that does not stop until the Trump-Pence regime has been driven from power and this whole fascist program is brought to a halt. 60 days of resistance all the way through election month and beyond, whatever it's going to take to drive this shit out of power. Trump Pence out now.
Trump Pence out now!